Welcome to the KidsMinistry.Blog podcast. Every episode, we share ideas, tips, and resources to help your children's ministry thrive.
Okay, picture this. You're trying to teach, right? And maybe you're covered in paint, possibly some glitter, because 7-year-old Marcus just kind of flung his rainbow art project. He's upset because it looks, well, terrible.
Right. Like a crayon explosion.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, are these big art projects actually helping kids learn anything? Or are we just making these expensive messes? Our whole deep dive today is digging into that exact feeling based on some great insights from KidsMinistry.Blog.
And what's so interesting and what the blog really gets into is that gap, the gap between that perfect craft you saw on Pinterest and the often chaotic reality with actual kids.
Yeah.
So our mission today is really to walk through that. Why is this stuff so hard sometimes? And what can we actually learn from, the messy moment?
Okay, let's unpack it. The blog talks about something it calls the Pinterest destroyed my will to live feeling. Like we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
It's when that amazing idea you found just totally crashes and burns.
Mm-hmm.
What's a key example the blog gives?
Well, the David Armour project is just perfect. Online, it looked fantastic. Cardboard, metallic paint, sturdy.
Looked easy enough?
Right. But then you get Tommy hacking away at cardboard with safety scissors like it's solid rock, barely making a dent.
Oh, no.
And poor Emma, her helmet slides down over her eyes. She's bumping into tables, ends up crying. It just perfectly shows that disconnect between the slick online photo and, actual kid abilities.
And it's not just things being too complex, is it? You mentioned messy moments. The blog brings up the glitter apocalypse.
Ah, yes, the glitter.
For a light of the world lesson, someone thought, hey, loose glitter. Seemed logical, right? What happened?
Well, it became sentient almost. The blog says they were finding glitter 4 months later.
4 months?
Yeah. In coffee mugs, stuck to car dashboards, inside books that weren't even nearby. And parents were apparently just thrilled, finding sparkles everywhere for weeks.
Oh, I can imagine. The thrill.
It really shows how fast things can go wrong with maybe unrealistic plans and the wrong supplies.
Okay, but here's where it flips, and this is fascinating. Sometimes the chaos works. The blog tells this story. Sunday, I lost my mind.
Right.
Total panic. Prep for the Jesus feeding the 5,000 lesson. Completely forgotten. So the leader just grabs brown paper bags, broken crayons,
Right.
tells the kids, draw what you'd pack for a picnic with Jesus.
Yeah. Desperation move.
But what happened next was amazing.
It really was. That totally unplanned, slightly desperate activity. It sparked the best Bible discussion they had all year. Seriously.
Right.
Kids started talking about sharing, and did Jesus get hungry? And doesn't food taste better when you eat with friends? It just proves that sometimes ditching the perfect plan opens up space for real connection.
That's a really powerful idea. So it makes you ask, when is the mess actually helping them learn? And when is it just a mess? Does the blog give us any other clues? Like another example of maybe good chaos?
It does. Think about the Jesus washing the disciples' feet lesson. Instead of a footprint craft, they used actual water and towels for kids to wash hands.
Okay, I can see where this is going.
Complete chaos, obviously. Water everywhere. A mini water fight broke out.
Naturally.
But even with all that splashing, the kids got the idea of serving each other in a way that, drawing a picture probably wouldn't have achieved. That real physical experience, even messy, beat a symbolic craft.
So it seems like this shift is away from just making something pretty towards activities that actually help them grapple with the meaning.
Exactly.
The blog calls it art that accidentally worked. Like for Zacchaeus, forget making paper trees. Instead, they built the tallest towers they could with blocks while talking about seeing someone important.
Right. Or for the lost sheep story, they just gave kids clay, let them squish it, mess with it, not aiming for a perfect sheep, but just talking about being lost and found while their hands were busy.
Hands busy, minds working on the concept, not the final product.
That's the key. It's about engaging with the idea.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Sometimes parents expect something nice, fridge-worthy art.
That pressure is real, yeah.
How does the blog suggest handling that? Or defending the messy approach?
Well, pulling it all together, the blog really stresses a few things. First, simple is almost always better than complicated.
Definitely.
Get good materials like scissors that actually cut things, glue that sticks. It sounds basic, but it matters.
So true.
And be realistic about time. Things always take way longer than you think. maybe 3 times longer.
Every time.
And maybe the biggest shift is just accepting mess as part of learning. If parents want something perfect, the counter is often, well, the mess shows they were actually involved in thinking, not just following steps perfectly.
So we've gone from that Pinterest frustration to seeing how actually chaos could be pretty useful. It really feels like the takeaway is that the final artwork isn't the point as much as the engagement, right?
Absolutely. And that engagement, that learning, can pop up where you least expect it. The blog ends back with Marcus, the rainbow kid. He tries again later.
Yeah. Still a disaster.
Visually, probably, yeah, to our eyes, but he was proud. And he said something profound. He said, God keeps promises even when everything's messed up.
Wow.
Right. It just hits home. Sometimes the deepest understanding comes right out of the most imperfect, messy human moments. So the question for you listening is, what lessons are you going to find in the beautiful chaos?
Thanks for listening. To find more ideas, tips, and resources, go to KidsMinistry.Blog. We'll see you next time.